Here with women's basketball coach Mandy Pearson and freshman Miriam Awoniyi. Thank you both for coming. Appreciate it. Mandy, great win on Wednesday. You run that winning streak to 16 straight. And you know, it was one of those games, just talking to you off camera, kind of that you found a way to win. Maybe not your best overall performance, but you had enough to do to get the win.
Right. We didn't shoot overly well, but Carleton has a very good coach and had them well prepared to try and get us out of our game, which they were successful for a while. You know, they had a couple injuries, so they ran out of steam. But we found a way to we figured some stuff out in the second half and made the plays that we needed to be successful.
And Miriam, I'm not going to put you on the spot right away, but freshman year, can you kind of put into perspective, is it about what you expected from college basketball?
Not at all. More painful, yeah. Yeah, a lot of injuries, but I wasn't expecting a lot, especially after myself for some reason. I wasn't expecting to play as much either. Yeah. And coach, can you expand on that? Because obviously she's playing well enough to play. Miriam's seeing a lot of minutes and really making an impact on this team.
Yeah, she is. Freshman year's hard. You know, you can see her eye is a little bit swollen. She got hit in the head yesterday. And especially in the post, it's just more physical. Everybody's a lot stronger than they were in high school, and she's adjusting well. You know, she's a very quick learner. You know, this year we were bugging her about using her left hand, and we've only heard teams say once, take away her right hand, because she can go both ways in the post, and she just continues to make those adjustments, and her potential is through the roof as long as she keeps working at it.
And I know it is just your freshman year, but talk a little bit about this season. It's been a pretty fun ride, you know, winning 16 in a row, going 19-1. Just talk about what's making this team so successful.
We have a lot of faith in each other. Like, nobody ever doubts one another with the team. Like, if you're feeling down, we always pick each other up, which I didn't receive a lot in my past teams, which is really nice to have. That's pretty much it.
And Coach, Miriam probably, maybe I blow it out of proportion, but we look one game at a time, and now we get to look at Saturday, a huge game against St. Thomas. There's no getting around a 1 versus 2 matchup up at St. Thomas. Talk a little bit about Saturday's game and how you're going to keep everybody at that even keel to make sure that you can be at your best.
We'll talk about that game the same way that we've talked about every single game this season, because every game in this league is tough. It is a big game, and that makes it fun. You know, it's an exciting time, and we'll just talk about going and trying to be us, or going to the game, you know, be us, play as hard as we possibly can, fight for every single possession, and if we do that, and that's all that we can expect.
Does it help you guys having beaten them once before this year, especially for the younger people? I know if you look at some of your upperclassmen, you did that last year as well. But does it help coming into this game knowing that you know that you're as good as they are, and you know, in many eyes, including mine, you're better than them? But does that help having beaten them once before already?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I mean, it should give us confidence, and you know, regardless of which team is better, it's going to be a tough battle. You know, it's going to be a physical game. It's going to be a pretty big defensive game. You know, both St. Thomas and us are pretty good defensively, so it should be, for those of you who like to watch defense, a good game. It'll just be a battle, and hopefully we have the confidence to keep playing together, and that's what we've been doing all season. You know, Miriam kind of hit that head on where she said, we believe in each other. Well, that's what our team does. They make the extra pass. You know, nobody feels like they have to win. We feel like we need to do what, you know, work as a team to be successful. So that's been the best part about this season.
And Miriam, one last question for you. I happened to look at your questionnaire that you filled out at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
One of the questions was, one thing I cannot live without. And it said, my iPhone 5 with an exclamation point. Tell me about that.
I'm always on my phone. It's
No,
my phone.
you're not.
I am.
You know, I know you are.
Like, I don't know. If my phone dies, I like go crazy. I can't live without my phone.
Well, maybe you can't live without your phone, but you got to put it aside on Saturday because you got a big game against St. Thomas up at in St. Paul at 1 o'clock. Good luck, both of you.
Thank you.